Hey guys, FrozenStag here, and welcome back to the House of the Dragon series. Now, we have skipped ahead a little bit just to sort out some titles and stuff like that, and we will return to you now. Now, before I go into the series, in the last episode I was trying to explain the thing I was doing with Man's Wife and other like series regarding Total War, so I figured I'd explain it for those that are interested. For those that aren't, just skip a few minutes ahead. But Man's Wife is going to end. I will be recording the final episode today, and uploading it probably before this. I feel like it'll be up before this. So, for those that have already seen it, don't bother watching. Because I probably would have already explained it in that. But there's a fair few people that don't watch Total War. But if this idea interests you, then, well, then watch the new stuff, I suppose. My End Wife is ending, and I will be replacing it with something new. Now, one of my most favourite races and people that I am aware that I did a poll recently on voting for a new fashion for Divine Conqueror, and the Dunedain of Arnold won. The option that made us reform Arnold. But I've come up with a new idea since then. And while I will definitely play as, I can see myself playing as the Numenorians and Dunedain at some point, just not yet. I figured I should return to an old friends. The old friends that I remember doing Total War with, like Total War stuff with quite a few times. The two factions that come to mind is the Dwarves and Khazad-dûm. Now, I did the Khazad-dûm series not that long ago. Some of you probably will remember it. It was a very fun series we did. Very fun. It's one of the series that we played as like the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, did the expedition, conquered Gundabad, conquered Angmar, killed the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, of the Goblins, and were pretty much supreme. We also didn't go to war with Dunland and Isengard. I did like a little lore explanation as to why we weren't fighting them, because like it was just, yeah, I couldn't be bothered to fight Isengard and them as well, and Dunland as well. It's just I couldn't be asked. I wanted to focus on the northern frontier. That's what we ended up doing. But yeah, Khazad-dûm and I did another series as the Dwarfs in Third Age 4.0 as it was back then. It's changed a bit now. I think it's a newer submod. It wasn't. I've done a few stuff on that submod recently with the Free Peoples of Eredor, but didn't really enjoy it that much. But I did. But I did play as Dwarfs in that as well, which we did basically the same thing as the Khazad-dûm series. Really, we conquered Gundabad and conquered Angmar and whatnot, and the Misty Mountains, and eventually Khazad-dûm, which I think was the final episode. We invaded Khazad-dûm. So I think the Orcs got killed, or I think we killed the Orcs of the Misty Mountains before they got. And I think it just killed off whoever the hell was left at Khazad-dûm to reclaim the ancient mountain for us. But yeah, it's either that we do something Dwarfman related, or we do something potentially regarding England. I may even record it today, I don't know yet, or it might be potentially on Thursday I record that and be uploaded at some point in the future. But yeah, I probably won't upload the Total War series until the Velaryon series is over. So, because at the moment I'm sort of like, I pre-recorded so many Velaryon series that I've scheduled them all to upload. And every time I keep uploading the new one of these, I have to keep changing it and making a new, and like keep moving the scheduled date back. And it's kind of annoying. So what I might do is just wait for the Velaryon series to end, and then I can just focus on uploading 2 series at a time, with House of the Dragon and Velaryon series. My mistake was actually uploading the House of Dragon series a bit early, but, oh well. It's my mistake now. But I will kind of get the Velaryon series over and done with, and just try and, what I might do is have a rethink of the scheduled uploads and try and schedule it so I have more Velaryon series coming out than I do House of the Dragon, but I don't really do well with schedules, so we'll see what happens. I just have to, I'll work it out. But, the way it's going, I'll probably have these series run alongside the Velaryon series, and just try and upload the Velaryon a bit more, because there's more episodes. The episode's already done, so it makes sense for me to get it all out, essentially. So yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up the Endwife series, and I will sort of continue it. When I do a House of Dragon series similar to that involves Endwife and Dak and maybe Endwife and DC Last Alliance and other factions, then I will return with Endwife, but not quite Endwife. It will be the Kingdom of Athelmore. But I will rename the characters and like sort of continue it on as like it's a sequel to the Endwife series. That's sort of what I'm going to do essentially. That's the idea. Oh, look, the Isles of Alyssa Farmer down there. Which I always remember are bigger, but I don't know why. Whatever. Who cares? But yeah. we're going to carry on the Age of series in some form, and with the Dwarfen series that I'm doing, which I imagine will be covering it's going to be called House of the Dwarfs probably, or something to do with the Dwarfs of Middle-earth. But what I will do, because Total War series tend to go on longer than they do CK2 series, like with Gaming, I have like, this could be, it's my third episode of Gaming, and probably the last, to be quite honest. I don't think we'll do another one after this. I'll try and wrap it up today, and then we can move on to Aegon the Conqueror and have some fun with him. But yeah, I'm either leaning towards doing, so I'm going to do like a House of England or a House of Dwarf series. I don't really know, I've done a lot of fantasy Total War recently, so I'm kind of leaning towards doing something with, England. I don't really do I need to explain why I'm going to do Story of England? I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious I'm English. So, it's about time I do something England related, I suppose. We have done the Plantagenet series a couple of years back. Was it a couple of years ago? Well, it wasn't that long ago. I think it was about a year ago, I think. A bit longer than that, I think. No, maybe 2 years. I have no idea, whatever. It was in the past. So I played as in Plantagenet Dynasty with to England and just did my own thing. Eventually I went to conquer the entire world, which is kind of ridiculous. But there you go. But I did it anyway. So there you go. So we played that on as Plantagenet series back then. But I figured I should do something Total War related. And the idea I have is House of England series, where it's either that I'll be doing the dwarfs, so I'm gonna sit down and decide what to do after I do it in life, and then I'll go with whichever I fancy. The House of the Dwarfs series will literally, I don't know if I'll call it that, it'll be a big playlist, and I'll put in the series of the dwarfs, so it will be DC Last Alliance, Kingdom of Castle Doom, that'll be in there. Second episode, the second series that will go in the playlist will probably be the Dwarfs of Erebor. And then I'll probably stick in the Dwarfs of Khazad-dûm thing. I don't know if I'll put it, because it's been its own series for a long time. So what I might do is do a new Khazad-dûm series, but maybe make it a little different. Maybe skip the expedition bit, and I'll edit around a bit so it's a unique series, and I'll call it something other than Expedition or Dwarfs of Khazad-dûm. I'll probably just go with Dwarfs of Khazad-dûm, because I had the last two series were Expedition of Khazad-dûm, then we changed it midway to the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. So I'll probably just go with Dwarfs of Khazad-dûm, to be honest. And then we'll probably do Erebor, and then I'll probably do 2 series for Ered Luin, because you can do evil and you can do good. So I might take an opportunity to maybe do 2 series, maybe make them both unique to each other, make them a little bit different, maybe start Ered Luin in a different place, potentially, with the good guys, but let's see what happens. But yeah, we either do that with Khazad-dûm, the Dwarfs, which would probably be a very long scenario, because it'd be 5, well, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series, not too long. Whereas the England thing would be very long, because the England series I plan to do quite a few things. I feel like starting off with Khazad-dûm is the best way to go, because that's sort of I can introduce people to that series quite well, and I know a lot of people will like it. And then maybe warm people up to the idea of England as a thing. How it will go is, and obviously it will be Total War mods and games as well, so if Rise of Mordor ever pops out a campaign at some point, which is nearby, then maybe we'll play as the Dwarfs for that, or I might do the Dwarfs with a Silmarillion Total War when that releases, and what I'll do is I'll put it in the same playlist, but I'll put in order of time periods, so Silmarillion will go first, because it's in the first age, DCI will go second, because it's in the second age, and then the third age, obviously that'll be, the series will be after that, because it's in the third age after the first and second age. So yeah, with England, it's going to be big. It's going to be Rome 2 with the Iceni, then I'll play as Rome 1 with the Britons, and then potentially there's a Romans invading Britain with Rome 1 or whatever game I mod or use. Then I'll probably play maybe a bit of towards the Attila Total War, and probably maybe lean over towards playing the Barbarian Invasion submod, and then submod DLC, and then essentially it will lead into it will go from the Iceni and Rome 2 all the way to it will go from the Romans invading Britain to the Saxons taking over Britain, the Vikings invading Britain, and then play as Viking factions and the Vikings who did take over. And then we play as the Normans invading, killing the Saxons. Yeah, and then the Saxons will invade Britain. The Normans will invade Britain. The English will just remain as English. I'll probably do a few of the DLCs, like the Britannia DLC. Eventually we end up with the English Civil War. There's lots of different scenarios we can play England in medieval England, like Sane is Still. Even the base game, which I'll probably do. Expand Americas, I can play as England as well. And eventually we're going to the English Civil War. We'll have to do that sub one. I'll probably play both the Parliamentarians, the Crown, and the Crown Loyalists, because it'd be more. I'll be able to show off the modernists both sides really, so I think it'd be worth doing. Eventually, we'll go from the English Civil War to probably Empire Total War. Maybe I will probably put Lucium in it. I don't know if I'll cover Lucium the Europe campaign, or I might just go into the... I don't know, because the Lucium Europe campaign, Lucium's currently waiting for a new update, so I'm probably going to wait for that before I do that. But by the time I get around to it, it'll probably be already out. So, Lucium, I probably will play, because there's the South America sub-mod, so we'll play that with the British, which, England to British Empire, so we go into the British Empire with the Empire Total War. I'll probably play the later campaign, where we get to play as the British in the Americas, and maybe the late era period in Empire Total War as well. Eventually, from Empire Total War, we'll go into Napoleon Total War, where we play as Great Britain in the Spanish campaign and also in the Coalition campaign, basically kicking Napoleon's ass. And then eventually, from the Great Britain campaign, we'll end up with World War One, with the World War One submod for for Napoleon, and we'll play as the Great Britain in that. And then eventually, we'll play as the British Empire in the Rome 1 1942 mod, the Second World War. So essentially, that's how it's going to go. There will be a lot of different scenarios in between somehow. It will all make sense when you see it, but essentially, it'd be like the House of England series, going like in one big massive playlist. I mean, depending on how it goes, I might just put a category playlist. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think it will be one big giant series for England, because it will be like 100 episodes long. It's probably better to do like a big playlist and put in the episodes of, and put in each individual series as they come out. Essentially, that's the idea. That's what I'm going to do in my head. So, yeah. So, essentially, that series will be very large. Dwarfs is probably the best way to go for now. And then maybe I'll do England afterwards. We'll see. But, yeah, England could be quite large. It's going to be a big series. Playing this all the way from, like, the very early, like, 300 and, is it 400 and something BC? Or whatever time period it is. A couple 100 BC, and then all the way over to, like, 1942. So, it's going to be a hell of a long series. But it's the best way for me to cover, like, all of England in one go. I can cover the submods, some of the British factions with Rome 2. I can cover some of the Rome 1 mods, Rome 1 factions as well. Would be kind of cool. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a big series, and I do like the idea of potentially doing more. I could do it with Westeros Total War, playing as Starks throughout most of the period, until we get to the point where we can't play as Starks anymore. Maybe playing as like the Romans from from Rome 1, or potentially the Rise of the Republic DLC for Rome 2, and then eventually end it off with the Byzantine Empire, or potentially a successor state to Rome. But yeah, there's a fuck ton we could do, and yeah. But I'll get onto this actual episode. But essentially, that should give you a nice little rundown of what the hell I'm going to be doing with the Total War stuff. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, with Castle Doom, I might carry it on as part of the old series, potentially. In some form or another. We'll have to see, because, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's on to this series. If I want to end this game and run, then we should probably do it today. And in this, within the hour, hopefully. But I've gone through and given out some titles, and given out lands, lords, and whatnot to various people. The Dragonstone title I couldn't give out on its own; it just kept getting destroyed. So what I did is I just gave that to the. I made this the Kingdom of the Narrow Sea from the Claw Isles, and gave them that essentially. But yeah, let's begin. Now, we had a claim on the God's Fort, so it made the absolute sense for me to then take it, because why the hell wouldn't... If we had a legitimate claim, I think Gaiman would take it. I don't know why the game wouldn't let me, but there you go. So Gaiman would take the Dragon's Fort for himself, and he's now obviously renamed it to the Dragon's Fort. He started to construct a refuge fort, and what was it else he was building? The secret passage as well. We can also actually rebuild Harrenhal, apparently. Although I imagine we will make Harrenhal, because, like, the God's Fort is pre-Harrenhal. But yeah. We've also got a few castles. We've renamed Castle King's Tower to this one. The Sept of Valyrian. Valyrian is actually a god for in the Valyrian faith. Rivertown, because obviously the river goes... Actually, it probably makes more sense to go... God's Eye Town. I just call it the God's Eye. Oh, I take the tree shot, I think. Whoops. Call it the God's Eye. And the God's Eye is actually here. It's controlled by the Children of the Forest, so I don't believe we can actually conquer because I don't think we can get ships down. That's what Ironborn, but yeah. The City of the Godside, the City of Dragontown, the Dragon's Keep, obviously, the White Sword Tower, which are given to the Kingsguard, Dragon Tower, and the King's Tower. Not held by anyone special, just random lords. Just random people that I'll probably give lands to like my best fighters and things like that. Or best commanders. Same with the Godstown, there's no one of special, really. The Kingsguard I've been granted to Lord Commander Harmon. This guy's been causing some trouble. Basically, he murdered a peasant. Murdering the orders of Broskenton. Peasant, well, they're not really a peasant, I guess a noble, somebody of decency, just a lowborn house, so. But murdering the orders of this guy, so he's going to suffer the consequences, and I will call him for a trial. We'll do it now, see what he does. The White Sword Tower given to the King's Guards. And yeah. Essentially, the High Lordship is Dragon's Fort, and the county is Dragon's Fort for now. And obviously the Riverlands is going to be part of my sort of domain, the Crown Lands, I suppose. Essentially, the idea is that the Riverlords have been chafing under the lordship of the Storm. They had the Riverlords, the River Kings, who held over the lands before, like the Muds and whatnot, and the Justmans and the Fishers, etc., etc. Then you had the Stormlands that took over and conquered the Riverlands and kept them under their domain. And then the Iron Isles also did the same. Well, they didn't do it, won't do it in this scenario. But yeah, essentially the Gaiman has given, I don't know why it's calling us Prince, we are King, but okay. Moving on, I suppose. But essentially, the Riverlords will be my direct vassals, rather than making them bend over. Rather than making them part of my shit. Giving them the Riverlord, making some other lord rule over them, I'd figured it's better to keep them under my domain. Gaiman has heard how the Storm Kings had basically had made the Riverlands chafe under the control of, you know, Stormlands and Storm King and whatnot. So, Gaiman said he'll rule over them himself, essentially, and he won't put them under someone else. He'll rule over the Riverlords and make them part of the Crown Lands, I suppose. We've renamed the Trident to the Rivers and Hills. Figured that was nice, that was fitting. Obviously we got Vance, who's my Master of Whisperers at the moment. Tully, I didn't marry his daughter in the end to my other kid. And we got a few of the lords and whatnot. I'll go over the council in a bit. But we've given out Dragonstone to Lord Rogar. I figured it was Dragonstone's a very meager land. Yes, it's our ancestral seat. But the God's Fort is much more superior. So we got granted Dragonstone to Lord Paramount Rogar of the Narrow Sea. He's remarried a few people already. He has also got a son, Lord Meris, who I betrothed to my daughter Dana. So that's a match secure there. So that'll keep them happy. Dana's decent traits, but like no one I can remarry to unless I had another son or something. Well, my son has a kid, in which case I marry her off to, but we don't at the moment. Einar's currently the ward of this guy at the moment, which is cool. And he's currently educating his son. So Rogar's 63, but he has been one of my most loyal vassals. I have granted him Dragonstone and Narrow Sea, so he rules over the Valarians, the Celticars, and House Dryce, who controls the Cracklaw Point. Over in the Crownlands, which I've renamed to the Coastlands, because sort of it is on the coast, so it kind of makes sense. So House Darkling rule over that. Because I think their father died, and yeah. I've granted them this, which for some reason the other lands are part of the Acorn's Ridge, which I think is what they start off with. I don't really know why that is, but we'll see what happens there. They might try and reclaim it, and we'll see what happens, I guess. Hayford, Stokesworth, and Rosby all under the Darklands, so all quite happy, which is good. I've granted, because we did revoke the God's Fort from the Nuts, so I've granted House Nut. That sounds so wrong. House Nut has been granted the Nuts Bay, which is this little land here. Small little castle. Not quite the God's Fort, but it's either that or we kill him. So Lord Alan bent over for me. And his mother was the one who revoked the God's Fort from. His stepfather is the heir, actually. Actually, hang on. He is actually his father. Never mind. His father's the heir. And Dragon Estuary has been granted to Lord Hagon, the Dragon of Sea Lion Cove. Now, he did have a dragon known as Nelfarion, who unfortunately perished in battle. I think it'll tell me actually. Died from severe maiming, yeah. And he actually named his house Nelfarion after the dragon. So that's done. That's cool. He's also taken a wife, so hopefully his line carries on. He's got control over this land here, which is pretty cool. Now, I didn't grant him the Stormlands, that'd be a bit ridiculous. So instead, the Stormland has been granted to Lord Paramount Hector Dondarrion. Now, Dondarrions, when they went to war with, and the Stormlands went to war with the Stormlands, Dondarrion only sent half of his men and barely any troops at all. So for that, Gaiman quickly found out, and Hector was rewarded with the Stormlands, and now rules over this pit as well. He does control the Dragon Estuary as well. But they don't get along. Whatever. But anyway, Lord Hector controls Dondarrion. Dondarrion controls Stormlands. I figured that was a nice little thing to do. His... Oh, never mind. His heir isn't. Okay. But Benel was betrothed to Orys, so eventually Orys will probably get the Stormlands. If for some reason it isn't... Agnatic Galvakind. Okay. Maybe that will change. If not, I guess I'll get the Stormlands and I'll give it to his daughter to secure the... Keep them happy, I suppose. He has got another kid in the way, so that could potentially be a son, maybe? We'll see. It was a daughter, but then again, wouldn't it go to Dennis's line? I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'll go for who I've married off. Also, my mother's still married to this guy, who I've named the Stormsinger. Gaiman's still married to his wife, they're still quite happy. Aegon's still married to Elena. He's going to come of age quite soon as well. Princess Dana's betrothed to Lord Merys, so I've done that, that's sorted. Orys is betrothed to the Dondarrion girl, and Aenar's betrothed to the Darkling girl, keeping the Darkling's law in the Crownlands. And obviously we've secured the Narrow Sea and the Stormlands. Stormlands is the bigger vassal. The rest of the Riverlands is now part of my direct vassalage. We do have a very strong ties to this guy. I'll go with my council, Hand of the King. We have Master Ellery. He is my Hand of the King, one of the mayors of the Godside town. This guy is still my Master of Laws. He's very good, so we keep him as that for now. Lord Frey is the Lord Master of Arms at the moment. Lord Simon is Master of Coin. And Edmund is obviously Master of Whisperers until someone says he's shit and gets kicked off. Foreno is currently our Stormsinger, although we'll get someone who's actually better later on. And we also got this person who's currently our Court Physician. Minor titles. Medera Forrester is currently our Captain of the Household Guard. Hendry is actually our Keeper of the Swans. Rogar is the Master of the Horse. Master of the Hunt goes to Florin. Hector is High Almoner. And the Kingsguard is the Cupbearer at the moment. Court Tutor is Dany. Is actually why she's a Court Tutor. I'll give it to this guy actually. He's better in military command anyway. King's Justice is Sir Merlin Betley. And this is our current commanders at the moment. Probably change when we get into another war. And Master of Ships is Robert for now. I don't know why that is. Maybe that will change, but who knows. And Advisor is the current Lord of the Stormlands, who likes me a lot. We've got a few sort of like... He's done trial by combat. But we've got a few like people up against me. But I feel like the Stormland Lord will be stupid to rebel. Yeah. Darken start the Crown Loyalists. Go intervene there. We get a strong claim, so I guess if they cause issues, I'll take it off them. But hopefully not. Can't do that, so I'll leave that for now. I can demand for my bannerman, but I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. I don't want King's Landing isn't King's Landing, so I can't like make it King's Landing, so I'm not going to bother. I mean, I had the God's Eye and Dragonfort as my capital, I think. Fort is nearly done. But yeah, we'll see what goes with the factions. Increased council powers, not looking too great, but if they do rebel, then that would be incredibly stupid of them. And he has had a son. That's not good. Lord Willem is now the heir to the Stormlands. Would that... I may have created an enemy, potentially, but we have another daughter. I'll try and betroth it off, but... We do have an alliance with... We do have Benel married off to that, so that's... Should secure us, hopefully. Yes, that's fine. But yeah, there's a few factions. This guy wants independence. The Mootons don't like me. They're trying to get this guy, the Bollings, for the Rivers and Hills. He's getting backed by the Freys and the Lost and the Fieldstones. If they join against me, they will die. They're not, and the Acorns, Rose, and Fields don't want increased council power. Which they're not getting, they can fuck off. I'll let my son come with it. Actually, no, it's a while away. But yeah, let me secure the realm a little bit more, just to make sure everyone's happy and dandy. What do you want? You want to marry this woman? Yeah, that's fine. Lord Riverlands trying to kill his wife. Hey, he's got a dragon egg. Nice. Excellent. No, because he's having a trial. I don't think he's going to be having that. Hey, Elaine is my child. Excellent. And my son's come of age. He's got skill commander. Nice. Aegon's pretty fucking good. Aegon hasn't got a lot of personal combat skill, but when he gets a child trait gone, he'll be better. And then I give him Dark Sister, he'll be even better. Really becoming Zord among men, I think that's probably his ambition. Actually, where are Gaiman and Elena and Danish? No, they're not. I thought they're twins, actually, but I don't think so. But yeah, we'll move ahead a bit, see what goes on. Shouldn't be a lot. We've got our fort constructed, so that's good. Up defense keeps the Dragon's Fort safer than we would have otherwise. Secret passage has been built. Excellent. Don't think we can afford anything else to build, so we'll just save up our cash for now. Who the hell is... I'm not doing that. Who's trying to kill my wife? Yeah, that went real well for you, didn't it? Go for a trial. Is he gonna go free? Really? If he starts trying to kill my fucking wife again, he's dead. No. Why would we try and kill stupid people? Lime Stilfen has been dishonorable, apparently. I don't know who this is. I don't know why I don't know why. How have they been dishonorable? I don't know. Well, this went well. Yeah, the Freys have decided to rise up against me. That's near real well for you, isn't it? We'll raise up the armies. The monster lands are a bit... If I can get you out of there, I can send you over to there. Well, we're not that far in. We've already got a civil war. Brilliant. Can't really raise him, because I don't think he has that many troops. Right, let's tag team the Lolliston for now. Actually, what I might do is potentially rally my troops there. And I'll get my mother and wife to deal with that. Get Clement to help as well. I'll raise up, send the rebel outlaws over there. The rest of the guys can all march on Lolliston. Actually, hang on. That's so many troops that you can bring for now. I'll let you guys get over there for now. Pretty much the reach lords can come north. You just assign some new commanders. Aegon, my son, you can lead. And they should all join against me, yeah. You have Royce, Naraseed, Naren, Darkland, so yeah. Oh look, Mooten's joined against me. No, he's dead. He's dead. Last time Mooten joined against me, he caused me trouble. So let's get... Actually, I'll get my... my son to go deal with Mooten. And you can also head over to Darien. You can reinforce. My mother should be able to handle that in the north. Have to engage High Heart. We'll quickly fly Gaiman over there. If they do attack, it'll be... Yeah, they just saw the dragon. They probably saw Gaiman flying over there with a massive dragon. I was like, yeah, maybe not. Now that I think about it, I don't know if this will quite be a... Why are you not doing anything? I don't know if I'm going to save those 200 guys. I think they will just get their asses kicked. Unless I send you over there. Move to fair market. I've got every troops raised, haven't I? Oh, those guys. Expand them for now, and I'll reinforce them with... It's coming this way. Mooten's trying to cut me off, which is stupid. He's got 100 of the guys, he's dead. That way. I'll reinforce you at Darren in a minute. Getting the first attack fight of the war. It might be that actually. Fuck me, they're doing that. Oh. Rayla, it's on you. Danny's Rayla. Right. What we'll do, we'll move our men towards Stilfen now, I suppose. Trying to try and take the lands, that's great. Stop doing that. Never trust a Frey. Put him on the council who would have rebelled against me. Hired some hedge knights. Oh shit. Frey's coming. Can I get out of there in time? Probably not. If I put Danny's in charge, I might be okay. Yeah, we won that battle, that's okay, that's good. I'll chase them. Quit the game and fly over there. There's Frey leading the rebellion, which is quite funny. Actually, he's routed out that fucking flank before she didn't get a dragon to power. But let's move on to Marlet Bay quick. Right, what we do is it's my wife. Oh, fuck me. Shit. Shit. Okay. We need to head north and take the Riverlands immediately. Right. Put you together. Okay, we shattered the Frey forces there. Not too bad. Let's move on the twins. Immediately. Move up to Maidenpool. Got sieging their shit down. If you guys go over there, split you up there. You can march north and you can besiege the Fieldstone. Gaiman's heard of what happened in the north, so he's gone north. He's flown his dragon north and he's going to go besiege the twins before anything can happen to his wife. Fuck who's trial by combat? No idea. Ronald's declared bailment. Oh no, you don't. Pay that loan off at some point when I get the chance. Sure, will do. Alright, put Rayla in charge there for now. March all our troops north. Spurt, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's the fucking dragon, it's a big one, so it's gonna have, you know, probably not be very great. March north. The Coastlands army has arrived, excellent. Put this guy in charge for now. You can besiege Lolliston. Aaron besieging it. And my son can deal with that. He's safe over in Maidenpool. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's also got the few narrow sea troops that's come over to help. Twins need to end this war quickly before the Freys go over here. Who's the hell's joined him? No. Or is it someone joined him in the rebellion? I was like, who the fuck is that? Come on, coastlands. Alright, carry on following. We've already got some of the narrow sea troops, so we just head up there. Because they haven't got many troops to coast the narrow sea, haven't they? Have they? Bring the Stormlands north. They've got a little revolt there. That's not great. Anyway. King's Guard, so Orishur, you are... you'd be about 60 if you didn't have the teenager trait, which you will eventually. Not very good. 45, not good at all. 40 eventually. You'll have 60. You're probably the best I've got, to be quite honest. I think you are the... not the last of the house, there are some more. Not the most notable people, but at the same time, when he loses a teenager thing, he'll become a decent... he'd be a decent fighter, I'll take him. Okay, moving on. Yeah, we probably have to wrap things up because I've actually got to go out. I probably was a bit ambitious in my idea of we'll finish the series in this, but we're not going to. So I might have to end this rebellion. It's going to take a little longer, I think, which is a little annoying. Name her. Offer his mother. What I will do now, actually, now that Stormlord's got a son, is betroth my granddaughter to him. I don't know if I might probably keep the alliance with Aura, so I may have to make an alliance with the Riverlords, we'll see. But I'll give him another marriage, so I'll keep him happy. What's he doing? Andrew, what's he doing? No. I'll threaten him, but I won't kill him. It's a bit much. Shall unleash the dragon? I'll bring down crossing. Really? He's just sprayed me. Oh, that's real fucking smart of you. Old Lyman, why have I got reason to arrest you? I don't really know why I'm really arresting this guy, to be honest, but I'm gonna... but then again, he just flat out... I don't know, fine. Arrest him. Look at that. Once you got the High Lordship of the Battlewell. Well, I can't really... I'll just send him to the watch. His son, hopefully, will not be an idiot about it. Oh. What the hell's that? Oh, his fucking wife died. Weird. Okay. Yeah, she's dead. Zagon's only got 500 guys. What happened there? Right, let's just continue to besiege the lands. That's going to take 200 million years. That we can take in one go. He's surrendering. White piece, go fuck yourself, Frey. Yeah, I don't need an excuse to kill the Freys. Move north. I'll go send Lord Commander Leslie to deal with those Septon dudes. My son, in an ambitious move, will take the army and go after the armies at Godsfort. Well, he's dead. He's trying to escape. Yeah, I don't know why I have him in jail. Can't I just send him to fucking the dungeon? We can send Yobolet for now. He's already built his reputation. Further to win some more. Everyone's why I played is a bit still, so I was like this Winter Dragon. Get my wife out of there. I mean, the war's almost over. We'll just do I'll do a decent battle. There you go. Go on, my son. Prove yourself. There you go. Victory is ours. Now we need to sort out these bloody dishonorable vassals. Yeah, I think we're probably going to strip them off the lands and shit. I don't think we're going to let them keep it. They're going to fucking bend or die. They may or may not rebel against us. Yeah, he's not been stupid about it. Okay, most of them haven't been stupid about it. Fourth for crossing. Do we strip the Freys of the lands? Gaiman is kind, so I don't think he'd strip them off their lands and titles. But I think he'd certainly have them, if I exile them, I get some money. That's why I should exile, because you actually get their cash. Maybe give it to his son, but what I'll do is I'll give it to Take his gold. I'll give it to, because this is part of the... what else the claimants apart from Frey's? No, not have it. Bugger off. So we've got the Hayes, we've got the Charltons, and we've got the Arrenfords. Arrenford's a decent steward, actually. I might actually... That's the Willowwood. Hang on, which is the Willowwood? I want to get the titles mixed up. I'll give the Arrenford, I think he's earned it. Well, he's a decent steward, and I could name him to the hand of the king, potentially. Also, a nice sigil. So, I'll take it. Hardship and Trident can be made. We do that. Can I not chop your head off yet? Because you murdered somebody, right? Now, Mutant rebelled against me many times before, but I think we're... Because there's no... Hang on, what is the High Lordship of Maidenpool? It's either I give it to the Mutants or give it to a new house, but I don't have anyone else to give it to. It's his father that's done the wrong, so I'll banish him off, and I'll give his son the High Lordship to make him like me a bit more. If the Mutants betray me again, I will grant it to the fucking Sept and put it into a theocracy, if I need to. Don't really want to. We're taking the Fieldstone. Did we just revoke that one? Oh, we did. They buggered off to the there, so I can't even give it to them back. Blue Fork, Master Coin. I've got reason to arrest you, so I'm not giving it to you. Stilfen, the Vibrants. Oh no, not the Vibrants. They're not a thing apparently. But I'm to House Vibrant. They're alive. No, they apparently died out in this time period. Oh, that's weird. Maybe they weren't in the game for some reason. I have no idea. Whatever. I guess we give it to somebody else. I don't know who though. Maybe my son Aegon, potentially? Who the hell's this? Why have we got the Magister of Leases? Who the hell's that? Who the hell's... What? Who? Why have we got a 5-year-old boy from the son of Lorath? That's really weird. Okay. I guess we give... You've been a loyal servant, to be fair. I could marry you off to somebody, I'll grant you that. Quite fruitful. This guy's been with me with the Gitticars. Are they like a relatives of the Kelagars? They sound familiar, but I'll give it to them. Is the Trident part of Stilfen? What is Stilfen part of? The High Lordship of Oldstones. That's a thing. Okay, I guess we'll let him be his own little vassal then. Well, we'll give it to this guy, the current Master of Laws. He's pretty good. Give it to him. And we've got Willow Lolliston, which is the guys here that rebelled against me. We have also gone to the Crown Crag, so we can't give it to them. I will banish him to the Watch. And I'll banish the other guy I've got to the Watch as well. I can recruit you, actually. You're better. You actually like me. That's fine. Robert Strong can bugger off to the wall. I'll give... I don't know why I have that guy, but I may give the Forester, actually, but I don't know what is the succession going on. Yeah, because if he dies, it will go to his older brother. So I'll lose it under my land. I don't want that. Bentley, maybe? No, you got no kids. Magna, do you have any kids? No. You're about the only one. You're pirate. Ex-pirate, but still kind of like, I don't really want to give it to you if I can avoid it. I'm very mindful of the succession as well. Like, I don't want to like give it to people who I have reason to kill. I don't know who else to give it to be honest. Vance, I'd say, but he's already the High Lord of all that. So I'll give it to this guy, actually. I don't know who the hell he is, but he could die and it goes fucking over there. I don't know who to give it to. I'll give myself a really good courtier. And House Billets, that's a decent thing. Oh, good lord, it's Formidable Fighter. Get him on the King's Guard. I can put him on the King's Guard, right? Where's the King's Guard button? Where's the King's Guard button? No! I want to put him in the King's Guard. Oh, it's not letting me, is it? Fuck. Ah! Sucks. Maybe the event might pop up. Okay, we'll wait for the event to pop up. What's his name? Ah, here we go. You can bugger off. And your son can roll over that. That's free territory. So we got this guy. The Terex or the Chilterns? Stewardship's not bad. Or I give it to his son, who's also kind. Doesn't hate me that much, but if I grant him that, I think I'd, yeah. Grant the Willow Wood. And, sensible. See if the King's Guard event will pop up now. Might do. Amos Chambers. You're pretty good. Yeah, you take it. Nice. He is really good. And I see if I can let this guy have it. There you go. 2 King's Guards in one go. Excellent. I'm calling for a try. We'll do that and we'll end the episode off. No reasonable case. 7 to walk. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know who the hell to give Launceston to be quite. I could give it to my son, I suppose, but or this guy maybe, because he is a dragon seed, but they don't have any kids, so we'll just go back to me. Or I try and get him to die and I'll take his lands. I don't know. Volmark, actually, you have a son. Oh, you're dead. Slain in personal combat. Shit, that was ages ago, I think, wasn't it? I think, yeah. Actually, that was recently. Fuck. Okay. He is the heir to the lordship of Volmark, so I don't really, yeah. I'll keep it under my domain for now. I don't really need to give it out. She's gone mad, apparently. But yeah. I'll sort out the titles and then we'll come back when we start a new war, but I need to go now. So that was all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Next episode, we probably will strike at our next invasion claim, which will probably be the Iron Isles. Because over the Isles, we can easily get ships to attack places. 18-year-old boy would be able to kill him easily. Man of Vale tried to attack me, so I think Gaiman won't be quick to forget that one. So maybe I'll probably take the Isles and then go for the Vale afterwards. And then I'll narrow down who I want to go for afterwards. Stormlands, he should bend the knee and say that just didn't revolt. That's fine. Yeah. Join me soon. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and farewell.